Hey, I really like this one. This phrase, hallowed ground, hallowed ground. Ah, ha ha. I really like it. Marriage is hallowed ground. Marriage is hallowed ground. So now all the people are concerned about hallowed ground. Hallowed ground. Yeah, there's some places you just don't step to. You don't step on. It's hallowed ground. You gotta take your sandals off. You gotta take your sandals off. Look. Hallowed ground. It's like, it's special. Why? Why? It's reverenced. It's hallowed ground. I just like that term that people have kind of come up with. It's hallowed ground. Now they understand what is hallowed ground. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love it. I love seeing the term hallowed. I wonder how close is that to holy ground. Let me check. Let me just do a quick search. I'm not going to go too heavy into it. I just like that whole hallowed ground. You know, now they're so concerned about what is reverenced and what is holy and what should not be desecrated. Huh? How you say hallowed ground? I like that. Sanctified. Oh, consecrated. Hallowed cemetery. Highly venerated. Sacrosanct. Sacred. That's what we talk about marriage, right? It's sacred. It's hallowed. It's reverenced. What was those words I just said? Hallowed. Consecrated. Consecrated. Let me just put in hallowed ground. I want to just take hallowed grounds. I see it. Oh, look at some of the pictures that comes up. Oh my gosh. Hallowed ground. Oh, there was a movie like that. Okay, that's probably not what I'm interested in. Let me see. Let me try. Since hollow is saying sacred ground. Let me see what. I see they desecrated that with some kind of scary movie anyway. Sacred ground, center for spirituality. Now that's important. Hallowed ground. Now, believe me, I was ground zero. You know. There's a difference between ground zero and 2 blocks away. If you was at 2 or 3 blocks away, you probably wouldn't have got killed. If everybody that was in that building was 2 or 3 blocks away, they'd be alive today. So ground zero is where the buildings fell, right in the center there. Where I used to dance on Fridays. When I used to have the Latino salsa, or when I used to go up there and teach, or when I used to go up there teach architects how to use 3D software. When I used to go up there for meetings, we would have meetings, and I have special dinners and stuff like that. So very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Let me say this one more thing. So that's what marriage is. Hallowed ground. It's holy. It's sanctified. And sacred. I'd like to say congratulations to the people in the defense of marriage. You know what? Let me tell you something. Jerry mentioned something, and that was kind of interesting. He says they have invented their world, and and I'm not invited, and that would have been fine. Same world, Same place, same planet, different world. I'm all good with that. I live like that. I'm on the same planet, same city as a lot of people. I'm in a different world. Believe it. But if it had, she says, you're not invited in their world. Well, I didn't come to their world. They came and went into the church and said, this is, and they went in, and they started pushing the church out of adoption. So, people think there's no fallout. I saw some of what, it's just really confusion. But let me say something about this. What's sad is that a lot of this is just pride. I mean, when you really can't, you can't have sex, real intercourse, can't create life, and then dupe everybody into believing it's the same. And so, I was looking at my television today because I saw how they did turn this over. And what amazed me is that, the amount of homosexual, I think I got a homosexual TV. There's so many homosexual shows on. It's like this constant agenda. All of a sudden, just homosexual. I turned on HG TV, and they got where they show the houses, and they actually show the couple, the apartment, that the people that are trying to get a house. A young male and female trying to get a house. They want kids and stuff like that. They couldn't get a house, and then two homosexuals wound up getting their bed in a house, and they made it seem like, it was such a that the homeowners were evil. The people trying to sell them the house were evil. It's amazing. So it's just this constant agenda, that they perpetuate, and people just buy into it. It's amazing because I think I have some family members and relatives that are homosexual, nephews and stuff like that. I have no problem with them. Love them just the same. Always have and always will. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with what God's. I don't even have to go there. It doesn't even have to be religious. If they had met, like Jerry has said, that it's biological. It doesn't make society on society. Society, created marriage. Not created, but one of the functions of society is to have marriage that actually, helps to create society. Everything about marriage, homosexuality is dependent on heteros. You can't even have a homosexual unless you have heteros having sex. And even, there's no such thing as a homosexual organ. It's just male and female heterosexuals. Heterosexuals created from heterosexuality. Homosexuality is just an activity. Heterosexuality is a function that actually creates life. It's a purpose. So marriage has purpose. And so what gets me is the big farce of turning it. I really believe that a lot of the homosexuals are just looking a way to, resolve their turmoil of being homosexual, And, through Christ says that we all fall short of the glory. My whole thing is I don't look at it any different from any other sin. And we all sin. So it's, to feel bad or hateful still doesn't mean it's not a sin. There's some obvious things that, saying now I won't go graphic as I usually do, but, there's some things about it that, is not, there's what they say, clean and unclean. Okay, I'm not judging them because I'm sure there's very unclean things about me, So I'm not judging. I'm just saying the truth is the truth. That's it. The truth is the truth. So you have to use a bunch of lies And then that makes them, unlike the show, then that makes them, that's the problem that I'm dealing with. We're dealing with, truth against lies. The truth is, homosexual, there is no third gender. It's only heterosexual organs. It's only male organs and female organs, So it's not a separate gender. And to create that is like that. And now we're dealing with real human rights now. Real human rights. Like the actual right to assemble and have religious belief. Now, those are into question. Because we didn't question what are really rights. And so now, you Americans, us Americans, has to deal with this. It's deal with the real rights and the real foundations are being shaped. The true rights is rights to a child. I don't even know them all. I take them that much for granted. And maybe that's the problem. Is that now that we've taken it for granted, now we see what real rights are. Now we see people's whose rights are really being infringed. The whole Muslim world. That's amazing. The whole Muslim world for hate. Now you use the fact of discrimination. Oh, your discrimination against gays, right? Or homosexuality, right? Discrimination for people who engage in homosexuality. And then your hate comes right up in your face. Hate is only hate why you wouldn't allow Muslims to worship 2-3 blocks away. I think there's like an off, what do they call it? OTB, off track betting, a racehorse place. They will. Now that's obviously not hallowed ground. So, I just love it. I just love it. God will not be mocked. It's in the Bible. So if you think you're making a mockery out of marriage, you got another thing coming. You should spare yourself the trouble. So he will not allow it. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you something, the truth about something. You know why people just can't straight out play me? Even I got people doing some dirty stuff to me. I mean, stuff that took nothing for them to resolve or to do the right thing. Just dirty. Let me say that because I love the people. I love them. And I'm not talking about family. I love them. I love everything about them. I love their family, everything. But some things that, when it don't take nothing to do the right thing, when you're entrusted with somebody's good will. Anyway, I don't want to go into that because I sound like I go into it. But it don't take nothing to do the right thing sometimes. But I'm going to tell you something. One of my prayers, and it's in the Bible, why people that try to play me, I have had people think of me as less and call me losers and stuff like that. You can't do that to me. God is not going to allow you to make a loser out of me, to wink your eye at me. It's in the Bible. You cannot say, look how I got over on him. If you try that to me, I'm sorry to say it, I'm just telling you how it is. Why your funky plans against me flops. Why every time you do something against me that you think, like this, it says in the Bible, those who bless Israel will be blessed. Those who curse Israel will be cursed. Okay? I'm not even going that far. I'm talking about you can't wink your eye and say, aha, to me. It's in the Bible. I should look it up. You cannot play me out. I'm telling you the truth. So if you come with the intent of making a mockery, a fool, playing me down, or degrading me, or thinking you got over on me, it ain't gonna work. It's going something ain't gonna go right. That's all I'm saying. Something ain't gonna go right for you. You might as well do the right thing about me before your stuff go belly up. I ain't even trying to go there. I'm just trying to make a metaphor, a hyperbole, for you to try to understand why, when you think you're going to play me, that it just come right back on you. I ain't worried about it. So if you do something to me I'm not even really freaked out about it. I want to say a prayer for friend Tasha. I hear she's going through some hard times. Sometimes you get a point in your life where nothing matters but the word of the Lord, and you could sing 1,000 songs, but one time, it's going to really depend on your faith. I heard that she has some emotional situations. What she need to do, I ain't trying to speak on her or nothing like that, but what she need to do is take a friend and she need to just cast her cares on the Lord. That simply, cast your cares on the Lord, and then go and have yourself a party. Go have some fun. You got the money. Go do it. Go take a friend that you like talking to, whatever. Treat them, and you just go to Spain, or go to Italy, or go and enjoy something. Go boat skiing, like that seems to relieve a lot of tension for folks when they in trouble. Go have some fun somewhere and cast your troubles on the Lord. That's what He is for. And you forget about your whole situation and go have you some fun. I'm sorry for that long vlog. I meant for it to be very short. I'm gonna have to cut this down. Bye.